Hi, I'm Bronche Foston.
I'm Lori Carson.
And this is VNN.
In this week's news, as the heated protest of the Blue Friday movement rages on, our field correspondent Sterling Anno sits down with former Margarita Middle School principal Karen Hayes to get her side of the story. But first, it's fire season again, and it looks as though it may have the potential to be one of the worst in years. With California being at the height of a statewide drought, it's no wonder we're seeing fires this early in the season. As of April 28, 3 fires have already blazed through the valley, and 1 more scorched over 350 acres of land on Camp Pendleton Monday. There has been little or no structural damage in any of these fires, but with less than 8 inches of rain and the lowest snow drifts in the California mountains since the snow drought of 1976, it has the potential to be one of the worst fire seasons in California history.
Wow, well, let's hope for the best. And speaking of heating up, it was Valley News Night at the Perris Auto Speedway, and our own Tim Diggin burned rubber in the spectator competition. Many local families seek out new adventures and activities that are available to them for a reasonable price. With motorsports being even more popular than ever, it was only natural that the Perris Auto Speedway would become such a popular Saturday night attraction. For the same price as taking your family to the movies, you can enjoy some classic race action with an exhilarating demolition derby as the finale. Or for $25, you can even get in on the action yourself.
Come out to Perris Auto Speedway. Read about it in the Valley News every single week.
After weeks of protest over the alleged wrongful termination of Principal Karen Hayes, new information arises concerning alleged corruption in the school board and allegations that could cost people their jobs. Our reporter Sterling Anno sat down for an exclusive interview with Karen Hayes and her supporters to get more details as this story unfolds.
Well, today I'm basically here to discuss, of course, the Save Hayes movement and where it's come to, where it started and where it is currently going.
So it's been a real nightmare, to be honest. I know that the nightmare that we're hearing and feeling has been going on for 5+ years for some teachers at the Margarita Middle School. It's things that have brought them to tears. It's things that have kept them up at night. And some of us are now starting to lose some sleep over this as well, because we're starting to see not only the things that have happened at the Margarita Middle School, but things that are happening at the higher levels. Very disturbing, I'll just be honest with you. What we understood and the way I got involved, I got a text message while I was out of town back a month ago saying that Karen Hayes was being voted on if she was going to still have a job or not the next day. So from there, I went into action, started making some phone calls. I actually called Karen myself. Karen and I have a good relationship. I actually was one of the baseball coaches for the Margarita Middle School and a golf coach as well. I asked, what can I do to help? And she gave me some ideas of, just be supportive, listen to what your friends are saying, and just kind of be by my side. So no legal advice. And then all of a sudden it unfolded. The next day it was voted 4 up and 1 down to have her released. And it was really shocking. I was out of town, I heard the news, and we all just went into action. We started some email broadcasts, some text broadcasts, and some Facebooking, just to try to put together some kind of an ad hoc committee to start the process of trying to help her get reinstated.
I actually came on the scene a couple days later. I am a parent that had children that attended Margarita School, my oldest many years ago. I currently do not have students at Margarita Middle School, but my students went through middle school previously. And I was contacted by several parents to please come and support Karen and join the cause, because I represented a parent that was a parent that was there previously, and I've known Karen for many years. And I decided to contact parents that have had their children at Margarita many years ago, and know her character and know what kind of principal she is, what kind of administrator she's been. And it's amazing to me that after all these years we have so many families and so many parents that have come support her. We even had a student that came here the night of the town hall meeting that was her ASB president, I want to say 8 years ago, that got on an airplane from his college at UNLV and flew down here to be here to support her. And I think that speaks so much to Karen Hayes and what kind of person and what kind of principal she was.
Here's our biggest issue, I think, if I can speak for the whole group, is that not only information is not being put out there, but we look at the timing of everything. It just seems odd to me that over days or weeks that they can make these concrete decisions on an incredible leader with a stellar record. And one of the things that I discussed at one of the board meetings was they really didn't, it's off balance. You know, if what we're hearing is really there and the reasons for the release compared to the things that she's done for this town, it completely offsets. So we're not happy with the way the investigation went down. We're also not happy with the deliberation that they so-called do in the meetings. So we would like to have them, if they can't give personnel information, we would like to have them let us know what their process was for investigating, because they're saying it was an investigation. We're saying that this was a witch hunt. We're saying that they made a concerted effort to go after a person that they had some kind of issue with. We think it might have some union ties to it. And all of a sudden, she disappears and she's not there anymore, and there's no one with any answers.
Right. Yeah, there's no transparency in the process in which they took to make their decision. And like Craig said, it was made abruptly and quickly, it appears, because they're not giving us any information that we've asked for. And if they would give us the information and documentation that we've requested to put to rest the rumors that we're hearing, then we would have our answers. But they're not. They keep putting us off, and it's causing us to research further. And in our research, with a team and a group of people, each with our own part of the research areas, we're all uncovering a great deal of various wrongdoings throughout the whole district and the Board of Education.
What are the similarities and that you can see from polling other controversies in that, in a way, do you see them kind of aiding in the kind of
that's a great word,
convincing and establishing the fact that there are bad decisions made? And do you think that adds to the fact that, well, then of course they would have done this?
Well, you know, they might not be tied one to another, but what it does show in a whole is their lack of integrity, their lack of character, their lack of honesty, their lack of transparency. It's as though they just sit on the throne and make these grand decisions without abiding by the laws and ordinances that they should be conducting in making these decisions. And some of it's just downright illegal. Upon
meeting and reviewing the information, the one word that we all brought back was dysfunction and dysfunctional, because it didn't really matter what we were researching, that was the common theme. And so if we had to give it one word, I think that's what it would be. I mean, some things don't pertain to the other, but that was the common theme throughout, is that just the dysfunctional process, the dysfunction in the district. And it does, in regards to what happened with Karen Hayes, it absolutely, this started 5 years ago, and there were so many dysfunctional things that occurred over the 5 years that created this big firestorm, is what I call it now. It's not surprising when you go back and look at each individual thing and how it was dealt with.
Stay tuned next week for part 2 of my in-depth interview, this time with Karen Hayes.
Thanks, Sterling. And now, something near and dear to my heart, fashion.
Hi, I'm here with Marie Wade, founder of the IVBCF, and also of this third annual IVBCF Spring Fashion Show. Marie, where did the idea for this come about?
Well, we bring businesses and community together, and we actually give charity to the community like for example our IVBCF scholarship program, that's what we're doing for this event. 80% of our net proceeds goes to the scholarship program.
So who are you modeling for tonight? Which designer?
You know what? She's a lovely bridal salon in Murrieta, local, Anne's Designs.
So how do you feel in this beautiful, beautiful gown?
You know what? I've been married for 11 years now, and so it's the first time in 11 years that I've been in a bridal gown, and this is beautiful. It makes me feel like a princess.
The girls looked amazing.
They really did, and I'm pretty sure Paul agrees too.
That's been our news for the week.
Thanks for watching Valley News Network.